3, we're live.
1, 2, 3, we're live. Are we live? How live are we? Yeah, I'm thinking we're live. I'm thinking we're. Is that a good John Wick? Yeah, I'm thinking we're live. Anyway, what is up, gamers, miners, reclaimers, and dwarves? You are watching the GSG weekly dev stream. It's Tuesday, November 26th. And you're tuned in live here, whether you are on YouTube or whether you are on Twitch. You are with us here in spirit on Space Rig 17. Today we are playing that classic computer game, Deep Rock Galactic, and we are hot off the heels of last week's On the Horizon, the big old live stream where we stream about everything Ghost Ship. And if you have not heard, the first pre-alpha teaser trailer for Rogue Core is out, and the gaming community is simply buzzing. With they're abuzz, in fact, with Rogue Core speculations, excitement, and questions. So today we are putting a special focus on answering all your Rogue Core questiones. And to do that, you are listening to me, GSG Aaron, marketing manager here at Ghost Ship Games. Joining me on this absolute dream team of creamy streamers is the junkyard dog and video maker Mark, GSG Mark. What's up, Mark?
What's up, guys?
And we have got joining us community manager, and they call him the human dishwasher, GSG Jacob.
Sorry, my mouth full of soap.
And finally, completing the quad duo, joining us in spirit, but not in game, is lead game designer and Mr. Don't Play, GSG Mike, a.k.a. Uncle Mike, a.k.a. the Armeniac. What's up, Mike?
A.k.a. Glass Bones.
a.k.a. Mr. Perfect Skeleton.
Bastards.
Yeah, just for the people who don't know, Mike, why are you not playing today?
I have a broken collarbone.
Yeah.
And Mike, I understand, it says here in my notes that this broken collarbone is related to a gambling debt. Is that true?
That is incorrect.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, that's what it says in my notes, so.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, it's been a few days since Rogue Core's trailer has been announced. How have you been feeling? Because you've been saying yippee and skipping around the office today, so I can only assume you're feeling positive. Is that right?
That is correct.
I love it.
It seems that in general, it was nice to see how much what we've done has actually resonated with our community. So it was a bit of a, you could say, like a first test of whether or not what we're doing, if we're on the right path, and it for me has confirmed that we're doing something that all of you are interested in playing, which is great. I'm happy.
You heard it here first. We're doing something.
We're doing full stop.
And kicking things off here, we've got a question from the Dark Lord over on Twitch, and he asks, I'm confused about Rogue Core. Is that like a next update, or is it a separate game?
It is a separate game. Rogue Core is a game in the DRG universe. It is, you could say, a DRG spin-off. It's taking place on Hoxus, but you are playing as one of a group of reclaimers, which are special dwarves that have been brought in by Deep Rock Galactic to gain control back over the deep dig sites that have gone dark in an event known as the Greyout. And these sites are really deep, and they were established due to the discovery of a new wonder mineral called Exponite. So it's has a different flow. We are looking at a sort of roguelite setup here, though we are kind of doing it in our own way. So, and there's more info, some videos that we've released. I think also like cropped ones, right? So you can just don't have to watch the entire stream.
Yeah,
but please do.
Yeah, actually, I believe just at 1 o'clock today we released the Rogue Core segment from the live stream as a separate video you guys can check out.
Nice. Yes.
Oh, I'm going to also post, if you're interested in everything to do with Rogue Core, over on the Rogue Core Steam page, I posted a write-up recap of everything we talked about on the Horizon, and I'm going to be smacking that bad boy in chat. Bam! Right there over on YouTube, and biggity bam over on Twitch. Whoa. If you're interested. Yeah, I know. Crazy ass.
How can you be in two places at once, Aaron?
Yeah.
Mike, man, they call me the human
Twitch
octopus.
and YouTube. What?
Yeah. Anyway, so if you're interested in Rouge Core, that's oh shit, there's a bunch of bugs. You can check that out. We've got a whole ass right up there. Mike, follow-up question. Ruby in YouTube, they ask, where did the question go? They say, is game will free for people with DRG?
Is game? Well, I'm sorry. What?
Mike, it's very simple. Is game will free for people with DRG?
Is the
Mike, you know how I feel about repeating myself. Is game will free for people with DRG?
Just say no, Mike. Just say no.
No. If what you're asking is if the game is going to be free if you have DRG, no, this is a separate game, right?
So you're telling me is game will not free for people with DRG?
This game will not free.
So is game will money cost?
Yes.
I'm understanding. Thank you.
Thanks, I hate
A
it.
lot of sense.
Mike, we got more questions, and it's for you.
I'm ready. My
Mike's
body's
ready for questions. Well, your collarbone isn't, but
half of my body is ready. I had it broken on stream as well, and I think you can't really notice except when I tried to rock and stone with my broken side right at the end. I make a funny noise.
You did beautiful end to the stream with you saying, and then the stream cut off.
Anyway, another question. Mining Master over on Twitch says, Questione. And I can only assume that they're an old-timey senator from Tennessee. And they ask, well, the Reclaimer Dwarves have certain design elements that make them stand out as distinct characters, and they're very elite of DRG lore-wise, such as outfits only fit for a Reclaimer, voices, name, backstory, or are they just DRG Dwarves?
So they are different dwarves. They are going to look different.
Thanks, Mark.
Regarding voices, that was asked. For now, we are still using the same voice actor, the voice of Dwarf, Javier, who is awesome. And, Dwarfier, exactly. But they are different. Again, they will also be coming each class with an ability, as well as other.
Save you, Mark.
Not perks, but like other stats and things that they can do. So they are different. I mean, they're not miners. They're not the combat miners of DRG. They are more like a corporate. I don't know, not army, but kind of like. They bring him in. What?
A unit.
A unit? Yeah. I mean, they're not military, right? They are part of the ROCK GALACTIC corporation kind of thing. But yeah, they're there to solve problems.
Somewhere between like a private military contractor and I guess it seems like if a mining company had that, it's sort of somewhere in that direction.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, I guess those old-timey mining companies, they probably had like their own police, and it's not quite that, right? Because they're.
Oh shit, guys! I accidentally popped the dreadnought.
Whoops.
But yeah, but again, they're the guys that are brought in.
That's funny because so did
I.
Aaron.
Corporate, I don't know, SWAT team, kind of something like that. Chubaru
in YouTube says, is this a part of the crew that GSG are developing Gun Touchables, or that's another studio? That is another studio, much like all of the other Ghost Ship publishing titles. That's being developed by a external developer. That would be GameSwing over. Fucking arbalested. That would be GameSwing, who are also a Danish developer, but they are not us.
I've actually seen lots of confusion, especially on in the YouTube comments of the trailers that we showcased on the Horizon. A lot of people are confused about the fact that are thinking that we, for instance, with the Darkswarm, we're not developing it, we're just publishing it, and that's a pretty big difference between those two. And I'm seeing some people complain about pulling resources away from ROCK GALACTIC and ROCK Core to subtly develop new games, and that's not how it is. We're just publishing the games.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're concerned about people pulling resources away from ROCK Core, you should talk to Mike's judo sparring partners. What do you think, Alan? Mike, pretty good?
Pretty good.
Beast Slayer 220 over on Twitch says, question, how can I join the alpha testing for ROCK Core? I'm a long-time DRG player and absolutely love it, question mark. We don't really know yet how people will be able to join. But I would say follow along on the ROCK Core Steam page, because whenever we get to the figuring out how we're going to handle Rogue Core closed alpha signups, that would be very likely the place that we'll announce that. Or keep watching the stream and we'll address it there.
Or
But,
maybe if
either one
you
of those.
avenge Mike's collarbone, that's a bigger chance of actually joining the alpha.
What?
If
No.
you got an extra bunch of bones, if
if
you
you
give
donate?
Mike
Donate your bones to me, please.
yeah, we're doing a bone fundraiser
I
for
want good bones. Good strong bones.
Ow, ow.
give us your best bones for Uncle Mike, and we'll give you dedicated access to the Deep Rock Galactic Rogue Core closed alpha.
Red Tex Hick over on Twitch asks, will there be any sort of DRG safe influence on Rogue Core start? Like, for example, in The Witcher, where you get some items that you had in previous games?
Nope. No. Completely different. And again, the games have completely different progression systems and all that stuff. And even though there is there's DRG gear in Rogue Core, there's a lot of weapons. There are also new weapons coming in, but we're also reusing all the old weapons that make sense. They are also quite different. So, I mean, the way you do progression, the way we're gonna do meta progression, the whole thing in DRG with building out your weapons with the overclocks and I mean that's not happening in Rogue Core. Rogue Core is not DRG 2. If yeah, like to answer your question that way.
Guys, there's a core lock back.
As I understand it, that's also one of the reasons that this is a separate game, because they are not really compatible at all in terms of
yeah, and we don't want them
gameplay
to be,
and
right?
progression.
Don't want to be stuck with that. Which already, right? I mean, again, there is DRG gear, but we're freely tweaking it, balancing these weapons for a different game. Also because the way you get weapons and interact with weapons is different, so that the weapons have to kind of stand up against each other more. Whereas before, the scouts primaries, it was an option of which primary out of these three do you want, right? And they the important thing was how these primaries work, stand up against each other. Here, all weapons kind of come up against each other. So, I think it was Johan who renamed the modified version of the Subata as Subetter, because it got significantly buffed.
Doesn't take much though.
To stand up.
Mike, another question.
Thanks,
I don't know if you know this. Another one, Radial36 over on Twitch. They say, will their closed alpha allow for those who have access to stream or post gameplay, or will that not be allowed?
In the closed alpha, so again, we have not figured out details on the closed alpha. So all I can say is that, I mean, based on how we did it with DRG, if we decide to do the same thing, which again, right now no decision has been made, then streaming and stuff like that will be permitted. But I don't want to promise anything right now. We may also have the different stages of it, right? Where maybe we start with a more closed down version, where we want some to get some players in, get a larger number of people playing it than just ourselves. But then later down the line have a more open policy. I have no idea.
What is it? Where is that question? Where did that little question? Mining Master says, will Fat Boy make a return in Rogue Core?
I don't see why not. Currently it is not in, but again, most weapons actually aren't in. I think we have, I don't remember exactly how many. I think one of the screenshots, during the stream, Jacek was opened up a weapon selection menu or something like that.
What about Full Auto Fat Boy?
Full Auto Fat Boy. So, I mean, the weapon upgrade system right now has this modular thing where, I mean, again, we're letting ourselves go a bit crazy. We may rein some of these things in later on, but yeah, Full Auto Fat Boy, sure. I mean, again, you probably want a larger magazine size on it as well, for that to kind of make sense. Which, again, we are allowing ourselves to just go crazy right now. So I think on that stream there was a double barrel shotgun with 4 shells loaded. But
hey, if we can have 6 cartridges in a 4-shot cylinder revolver in DRG, Mike, we can make anything possible.
No more words.
Lubomir over on YouTube asks, do you think there will be more fighting between randoms about what weapon to take since it's turn-based?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So again, like that. I mean, it is a stress point. So will there be more than in DRG? Yes, because this doesn't exist in DRG. But at least from kind of the way we're building this up, these selections, whether it's weapons, whether it's upgrades, whatever it is, remember this is not permanent, right? This is only things you're upgrading for the run. The purpose of these upgrades is for you to be able to complete the run. So I think really what is needed is kind of like for us to help instill a mindset in the player that is more focusing on the larger picture of the run, because it's not like, oh, it's not a drop in a game like WoW or something like that, right? Where it's like, oh, I really want that. This is not it at all.
But I guess for people who are still concerned about, like, you know, how to, even though it's just for the sake of the run, I think that there's still probably a fairly natural inclination for some people to be like, you know, I don't know, like jealousy or squabbles to arise, at least between maybe randoms there. What about, I mean, can you maybe talk for players who are concerned about that, any sort of the mechanisms that we are considering for making that, like mitigating that? I mean, not to think that we could ever fully solve that, but, you know, to make it less of like a affordance for toxicity.
Yeah. Yes, so I'm gonna start by just saying that, I mean, we don't want to actually remove all friction, right? I mean, like for you to cooperate, you need to consider your fellow teammates. Otherwise, you're just playing next to each other. So we, like, the goal is not to remove it, but for sure we also don't want it to be too like problematic. So what we have going is that players take turn, and who gets to go first, and the order of selection is rotating. So everybody will you know, get to go first. After you were first, you then go to the end of the queue, that kind of thing. So we are also putting in the systems of to allow for non-verbal communication during the selection process, where you can show what it is that you prefer, stuff like that. And again, building the system where no one selection is like the be-all and end-all. Again, this is you're doing quite a few selections over the course of a run. Right now, as we're playing, we're looking at between 3 and 5 per stage, so something like I don't know, 12 to 15 roughly by the end of the run. So it's like, I think it's already working quite well, and we will continue pushing it. And again, once we hit closed alpha, again, this is where we'll be able to properly begin to stress test the system and find things that, like,
to see if this works, you know, among the general public as opposed to just game devs.
I mean, the thing is, I think it works, right? It's a question of like fine-tuning it and identifying issues and solving the problem. Yeah.
As Max's 5 on Twitch points out, that's why early access is great, because if something doesn't work, they will change it. There's no need to worry.
Oh, thanks for the faith. No.
We had a question from our friend Mandy over on YouTube. Mandy says, question, I'm wondering why glyphids are not going to be in Rogue Core anymore. Is it decided based on a lore standpoint, differentiating the games, or some other reason?
Did the licensing run out?
The glyphid licensing ran out. So again, originally they were. We removed them from a gameplay standpoint. It was way cooler to have new enemies and to allow us to take it there. Then of course we kind of embrace that in the lore, right? And then that just pushes it. Okay, so this gray out zone, glyphids aren't here. You know, I guess the ones that were already there are probably dead, right? Because these horrors are here. And again, kind of like also like our approach to the core spawn is where the glyphids are. And other creatures, they're animals, right? The core spawn, we're playing a little bit with, they're like a little bit more monsters, right? and so it's perfectly fine that they don't play nice with Glyphids or any other creatures, and that so the Glyphids are staying away. I guess I mean, of course, right? They can't even get in once the gray out happened, right? The whole barrier has kind of isolated this this section, and the game has really I think is playing better, or not better in the sense that because of course we've previously the Glyphids were holding certain what I would say rather critical positions in kind of the enemy lineup. We've had to create some enemies to take those roles because those roles are important. But it definitely gives it a stronger flavor that you're only fighting core spawn, and yeah. I would. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I mean, I think just in you know, like down low practical considerations, being able to pretty easily say based off a screenshot, this is Rogue Core versus this is Deep Rock based on the enemies, I think is also pretty nice.
Totally.
Nice
I would say
from it.
the thing I'm kind of like that we lose from this that I kind of liked us having before was the feeling of like I mean for any of power growth especially so that as you got more powerful and to deal with the core spawn threat kind of by having the standard DRG enemies in there, it kind of gave you a ruler against which you could measure up against. So when you're absolutely obliterating even the toughest DRG enemies, like that felt cool. But I'm willing to pay that cost.
Red Hooded Duke up in YouTube says, question, are there any plans for the future of Deep Rock Galactic, or do you consider the game completed, and is it time to move on?
Like we said, it is after Rogue Core goes into early access that we are going to return to Deep Rock Galactic and figure out what we want to do. So literally that's it. Like, is Deep Rock Galactic completed? I mean, not even sure what that means for a game like that. So no.
It's definitely not unfinished.
It's also definitely not unfinished. But as I'm sure all of you know, there are plenty of things that we've been wanting to tweak and expand and stuff like that. But like again, we tried parallel development, that did not work. So we're going, completely the other way. We are not doing any planning, any thinking about what to do with DRG. Focusing on Rogue Core. Once Rogue Core comes out, then we're gonna think how we're gonna do DRG and Rogue Core together and stuff like that.
Oh, hi, Davey boy.
What's up, Davey boy? Night Elfbane over in Twitch says, if you're not doing parallel development, how will development go after Rogue Core goes into early access? Will you focus entirely on Season 6, or is it a wait-and-see thing? That's definitely a wait-and-see thing. Like we said, I mean, I think it depends a lot on people's reception to Rogue Core. Like, both in... I think it's both a matter of, like, the creative end of, like, how are we feeling about it? How much potential do we see for like, natural development, but also just, like, practical business stuff of, like, is it, like, how is this working for us? And I think based on that, then we'll figure out where, kind of which one gets sort of more attention. But it's hard to say right now. Like maybe in some universe, Rogue Core is a big flop, and then we probably give it less attention. Maybe it's a huge hit, and then it makes sense to invest more in it. But you don't really know until it's out. So.
I also want to add another thing to that. I mean, it's not just about success or failure, but also, and this was asked of us during the stream, if Rogue Core was going to be a live service game, and that comes down to it. We do not yet know how we're going to structure Rogue Core and kind of its life cycle or whatever you want to call it. So that will also have a big impact, right? Maybe we decide no, Rogue Core is more of a one-off thing, right? So we build it, we finish it, and then at the end, we don't know. Right now, we're just trying to make Rogue Core the best we can, and focusing again on the core gameplay, and then we are now also starting to look at this overall structure and the meta progression that we want to bring in there as well.
I've got a question from Fernin over on YouTube. Perfectly understandable if not, but can you guys give us any info on what the Shadowclaw enemy family is?
Shatterclaw.
Shatterclaw. Yeah, well, there's something they saw in the cheat menu. I guess.
The eagle-eyed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess most of what we could say is that they're more low to the ground. They are not kind of like quadrupedal or like quasi-bipedal. They do have kind of more legs. They're not bugs, but they are kind of like more creepy creatures in that way. Other than that, I mean, one of them has an AoE attack.
Cool.
Spilling all the beans, Mike.
Yeah, and the other one is small.
Cool.
Yeah.
Drunken Pans over on Twitch says, is there going to be any melee weapons coming out in the updates other than the energy sword? Also, if there is going to be melee, is there a chance that there might be a mostly melee-focused class? Could we have some of that in the Deep Core update? I don't know what the last one is, but I guess they're mostly asking about the Slicer's got people talking about a melee class in Rogue Core. What's the lowdown like?
So the thing is that I doubt we would go so far as to kind of do a melee only thing going here.
I'm also guessing that like the energy sword isn't really a weapon; it's an ability, right? It's not.
It's an ability, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, of course, it has the flavoring of that, right? But really, it's an ability that damages enemies in a certain way, in a certain shape, right? That shape happens to be a kind of like a cone in front of you. No, right, but it's a skinny cone. So because the thing with it, right, is that compared to like I don't know a fire thing, right? The thing is that it hits weak spots. It is kind of slicing along a line. So the way you play with it is dictated by that, which is why it can't just be replaced with I don't know a cone of fire or force in front of you, but. You're correct to say like it's not a weapon in the way that other DRG weapons are. Now, with all sorts of the like level ups, upgrades, and things like that in Rogue Core, you can have a much more melee heavy build going. We already have that. We have build options to go that way where you really would shoot very little. Though not completely, and again, we don't want to have to kind of like balance the game for I have absolutely no guns kind of thing. That would limit us a little too much.
Yeah, it would still be the pickaxe, right? That's the...
Yeah, it'd still be the pickaxe. Now, might we have a melee weapon? Maybe. But I think, again, if we do it, it would like don't expect like Vermintide kind of stuff, right? We're not making a melee game in that way.
Yeah. Wow. Just Kizza in YouTube says, question: can you see the DRG Space Rig 17 through the window of the Ramrod in Rogue Core?
Yes, you can.
Wow. Cool.
And
confirmed.
Yeah. I think it's nice because the idea is that they are existing, right? At the same time, like they're sharing a time and space time. They're sharing space time.
Just like you and me, Mike.
Just like you and me.
Wow.
I can see you from here.
You could share more space time if you like scoot over. Just saying. Just putting it out there.
That's true.
Oh.
Yes, Mike.
Well, I'll win you over, Mike. What about the... Wait, what is it? Oh, Chumsy says, what about the other way around? Will we be able to see the Ramrod from Space Rig 17? Actually, I guess we kind of have to, because if you could see one from the other...
I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, well, technically, Space Rig 17 has a window only in one direction.
Yeah, that's true. So
whereas the Ramrod is covered in windows.
But it's looking towards the planet, right? So...
Yeah, but if the Ramrod's like behind the space rig...
Mike, you can make this happen.
Or
The question is whether you
not
want to or
happen.
not.
I think it's a cool idea. I think that would be cool.
This just in. Mike thinks it would be cool. Mike, I've got a question from my close personal friend Oscar on YouTube, who says, can you explain for the noobs how roguelike games work in general, in particular the gameplay loop? So if you've got no idea what a roguelike is, and you play Deep Rock Galactic, where do we go from here?
It's a trap, Mike. You need to look up the definitions and like state them exactly like they are.
I'm not. Screw that. No, but and again, we are approaching it and plan to do it in our own way, and we are doing a rogue light, which pretty much means that there is permanent progression. But roughly, what you're looking at is that you have the gameplay loop, often called a run these days, where your power progression is happening within that run. So for anybody who plays DRG, it would be the equivalent of you would get upgrades during the mission that apply to your gun. So you actually get stronger, or your gun gets stronger, you get all this stuff. And then when you finish, either through failure or success, that progression is gone, right? So when you start again, you again start like low power and then gain power through play. That's for somebody who doesn't have any idea what that is.
Night Elf Bane chimes in with an idea. Drinking a wormhole special can teleport you from the space rig to the ramrod and vice versa. That's a fun idea.
Even if you don't have the game.
Even if you don't have the game. I mean, I guess if it's, I mean, it would, but then it would be like, what, an empty ramrod? Or maybe you like teleport into a closet in the ramrod and
it's gonna freak out.
I mean, there's bathrooms there, right?
Exactly. There's bathroom you stuck.
You teleport into the only closed like toilet stall.
No, that'd be funny.
But again, what if someone else is in there? It's mission control. Stop bothering me.
The new Glory Hole Porter beer tree.
No.
There's another.
It's gotta be a no from me.
Mike, I've got another serious question. If you're done joking around, Mike, with this inappropriate humor.
Very
anyway,
serious.
Somebody asks over. Many people actually. The people are asking. Will there be rock and stone in Rogue Core?
Yes.
Cool.
Of course.
Will it still be bound to the V key? What if we kept it and just bound it to a different key? People would be mad.
It's random every time you start up the game.
Just bind it to V instead. Everyone hates it. That'd be pretty funny.
This should be an April Fool's thing.
Move the
yeah.
That's terrible. If that happens, blame Jakob.
Just put in patch notes, rock and stone rebound to Alt F4.
Dragon Rider over on YouTube asks, relating to the question about roguelites, what can we expect for difficulty? Will there be anything beyond the normal and hard mentioned in the stream? Will there be a harder game mode / difficulty?
Let's just say that's how Mike broke his collarbone.
How hard is it, Mike?
No, but the normal and hard thing, that was me talking about currently the 2 runs that we have, right? That we are testing with and playing with. We do not yet know how we're going, like what sort of difficulty options, if any, or how we would bring that into Rogue Core. Again, this is something that we are still currently working on and only really just started. But baseline-wise, I think you should expect Rogue Core to be a bit harder than DRG. Like my kind of like initial starting point is like maybe think the easiest version of Rogue Core is like a deep dive.
What would make it harder? Like, what makes it harder? Just like the enemies, or is it just?
So it is, of course, the type of enemies, some of the new enemy designs and how they work, but also the amount of enemies, and the fact that you have to work with a, of course, a loadout that is not guaranteed. So there is no like like setting up your build as you do in DRG and then kind of like perfecting your ability to use that build and working on that. So a lot of Rogue Core is about Not adjusting. What's that thing you do? Adapting. There we go. Right.
Thing you do.
The thing, the thing you do. Adapting to the situation, both in terms of like the tools that are available to you, and also what the game throws at you. Then the pacing is also quite a bit different. There is a time pressure in ROCOR that doesn't really exist in DRG.
And how exactly does the time pressure thing work? Because I'm not sure that was clear from the trailer actually.
No.
So people are curious how the timer thing works.
So right now, what we have going is that each stage, you have a set amount of time that you can be on that stage before kind of like the core spawn are really onto you, and then bring in everything they got to eliminate you, so up until that point, things are kind of normal. You will get like occasional like waves of the core spawn. Those waves are actually displayed on the timer, so you have an idea of like when that is coming. You can kind of incorporate it into your planning and the choices you make. But then once the timer runs out, you have an endless wave that is very hard, and also bringing in some other pressure. So ideally you want to be out before the timer runs out, before you enter the red, as we say it, because the timer turns red. But you can survive for a limited time during it, so yeah. So that's of course another thing that's going there. And then of course as you go from stage to stage, the timer resets, right? So kind of again, we very much want players to be able to recover from mistakes, or have the potential to recover from mistakes in ROCOR, so that kind of like messing up a single stage does not necessarily mean the end of your run, though of course won't make it easier. And then and my brain melted.
All right. Well, we got another question to help you reset, Mike.
Nice.
Dragon Rider over on YouTube is a passionate, wait for it, competitive player. And they're also worried about soft blocking by a single player getting downed. Is that a concern in terms of game design for ROCOR, when right now it seems like we need all players present and up to upgrade? Is there any sort of consideration for how that might work in fucking up a run or preventing a kind of soft block things?
Yeah, so again, this is the whole I mean, this is connected to also the negotiated upgrade situation. You have to work as a team, and you will win and lose as a team. And it is the success of the mission depends on every member of the team being able to fight and being strong. So again, it's not just about you being you making the strongest build you can, you powering yourself up as much as possible. You also want your teammates to be as strong as possible. You want the team to be its strongest, not any individual to be their strongest, if that makes sense. So yeah, if a teammate goes down, you got to get him up.
And yes, the timer is in the current iteration visible on the HUD in the top left corner.
I think it almost definitely will be, because the thing, we want players to take the timer into
meteors.
the decision making process.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Will the meteors fuck up Doretta? No, they won't.
It's impossible.
We need a battery though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do need a
I
battery
think
before we can go on.
it might be in the next room.
Yeah, that could be.
Sounds like it's. I know Doretta is in the. Oh, not Doretta. Betsy's in the other.
You know Doretta?
He knows the personally.
Yeah.
Where's the other girl? Somebody's asked it a few times. I'm trying to go. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah. Whirlmound over on YouTube says, question, are you planning player cosmetics to be as extensive as in DRG? Anything less or more than DRG style?
Currently not planning, so we don't know.
Which I should immediately clarify, does that mean a no? It just means that we haven't gotten that far yet.
Exactly.
We're right now in the make sure the game is fun point, and not the make sure there are cool hat points. That comes after.
And don't forget, Deep Rock has been in development for much longer than ROCOR has, so it's very unlikely that, at the very least, that on release it will ever have the same amount of cosmetics that DRG has in its current death state.
No.
Because
Yeah, but again, how we do cosmetics, I mean, I would say even if we do cosmetics, I mean, we simply have not.
Mike, there's no way we can't do cosmetics.
I don't know.
Mike, they can't be naked, Mike. They can't be naked.
They gotta be
What are you
naked.
talking about?
We have the technology for hats, Mike. We could just we forgot how to make hats. Oh, sorry guys. We
what is
really
that?
want to.
No.
I mean, heard of
Bye, Aaron.
I'd be surprised if we didn't have, but just
Currently, we don't.
currently we don't, and we haven't talked.
No hat system.
In Twitch says, question. Are there any plans for more cool DRG marketing? The narrated season trailers are too detailed to show to a friend who never played the game. The non-narrated ones are too chaotic to make much out of them, sadly, and the YouTube shorts feel like they don't either touch on the game's main selling points or make references that people who don't play the game won't understand. Well, Mark, it seems like we're 0 for 3 with this individual viewer. What can we do to get through to that?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, but I see where you're coming from.
You need to make a trailer for blind people, Mark.
I think maybe I would go back and watch some of the trailers we did around the 1.0 release of Deep Rock. We have one specifically where it also goes through the individual classes and stuff. I guess that's a good starting point if you want to, sell the idea of the game to one of your friends.
That's a bad shield.
We have both one almost like a narrated trailer type thing for 1.0 release, but we also have a super cool launch trailer, which I think.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what this person's kind of after. Whether when you say that it seems like there's we got sort of a Goldilocks situation with the content we've got out. But if you can give us an example of sort of what itch we're not scratching, I guess we can answer it more specifically.
But first, you need to ask yourself: do they like video games?
Mining Master asks a very on-brand question. They say, will collecting secondary resources be as important to the gameplay in Rogue Core as it is in DRG? Like going out of your way to search every nook and cranny of the cave.
Did we run over a bit?
Yeah, not just speed in the main objectives and regular objectives.
Yep. So right now we don't have any secondary resources in Rogue Core. Does not mean that we won't. But again, like I said, the overall pacing and the flow of Rogue Core means that you can't really search every nook and cranny of the caves. Yeah. And we don't want you to, right? I mean, it is not in that way an exploration game in the same sense. You are coming in here to retake the facility. You are pushing down towards the source of the problem, trying to collect as much gear and power as you can before you confront it.
Ice Pair on YouTube is asking, how do you guys deal with all these questions? And I think one at a time is...
Yeah, one at a time is a classic approach. I guess we could try all three of us asking Mike a question at once.
Do it.
Just to make...
Okay, I'll do Landon.
Find one.
Wait, okay, you got Landon. I'm gonna get SP. Mark, you pick one.
I'll get mining... No, wait.
I'll
do that one again.
No, I'll take OHIX.
All right, and we'll go 3, 2, 1, go, and then we ask it on go, okay? And then, Mike, you have to answer it, and if you don't answer it right, we're breaking your other collarbone. Okay, 3, 2, 1,
question.
Will
there be will flamethrowers?
Is there in Rogue Core?
No.
Well, Mike?
Mike, we're waiting.
The answer is no to everything. I don't know. I'm gonna go nerf something in DRG.
You can't answer no to a what question?
When Mike gets overwhelmed, the only way to calm him down is to let him nerf something in DRG.
I think we should let him try again. Let's do it one more time.
It was completely impossible.
Are you ready?
I'm gonna take Night Elf on Twitch.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
3,
I'm going with big fella.
1, go.
Question: is Carl known across all dwarves or just the
Do you
DRG
get it
ones?
done ASAP and get the fuck out?
Fuck.
Come on, Mike.
Come on.
You're in marketing now.
Literally everyone here is waiting for an answer.
Oh my god. The M1000 is gonna get it.
You're angering the community.
Icepair, to actually answer a question, how we answer them. I mean, I have my game on like one. I have 3 monitors, which is luxurious. Mark, I can't help but notice you only have 2 monitors, peasant.
Wow.
Anyway, I have I have the game in one monitor, and then I have the 2 chat feeds on another monitor that's oriented vertically, so I have it zoomed in and I get a bunch of people's chat feeds. And then on my 3rd monitor, I have a big text reminder to remind me to thank the stream sponsors. And of course, the GSG Dev streams are brought to you by our partners at the Secondi's Food and Beverage Company. Of course, Secondi's is founded in 1907 in Pennsylvania. They are and always have been family owned and operated. And they initially made their name with their delightfully carbonated root beer, but became known the world over for their nuts. So next time you're in the grocery aisle and you're looking for a salty treat and you're awfully hungry and there's nothing that satisfies, really what you can only do is to reach for Secondi's nuts, featuring peanuts, pistachios, almonds, cashews, almonds, and other unreleased nuts that most people haven't even heard of. The Secondi's Food and Beverage Company is truly the purveyor that solves it all. They've got many different flavor varieties, such as yellow, Prussian gravy, and quadruple salt. And so next time you're hungry, just remember, there's nothing that satisfies like Secondi's nuts. That's Secondi's nuts, folks. They're busting with flavor.
My personal favorite, the salty nuts.
I knew you'd like those, Mark.
The quadruple salt?
Yeah, I'm on quadruple salt, man.
Quadruple salt.
You should try them, Mike. They're no joke.
I'm not a salt guy.
They're just.
Don't say that on stream. They're not
What do you mean you're
Come
not
on.
a salt guy? Like, do you not like salty foods at all?
Mike, you
Not
drink
really,
the
no.
community's salty
Mike, I'm gonna start
tears
calling you the Candy
every
Man.
day.
Candyman.
They're calling him Sweet Candy Mike. They're calling him Mike Licorice. Like, what's your-
licorice? Gross.
Mike, do you have any foods that you won't eat?
That I won't eat?
Yeah,
A whole fish.
like a whole fish, like
Like it's
Tom
got a
does
head
from
and
Tom and
stuff.
Jerry. Mike, I've literally seen you do the thing that Tom from Tom and Jerry does all the time, where you put the whole fish in your mouth and you pull out the intact skeleton.
you
So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude, because you're always doing that with whole fish. I see you slurp down a whole live eel every morning,
for
dude.
fuck's sake.
You get to work.
Oh, that's so gross. Oh, that's terrible.
You literally do that every day. Don't lie on chat, dude.
Did we find the battery?
No.
No, I didn't. I was busy doing the. I was playing the objective.
Yeah.
Did you get the lost pack though?
No, but I did get something better, which is a tin of Secondi's nuts. I can't believe English people eat eels. That's fucking disgusting.
I'm sorry, what?
What eels?
Yeah, dude.
What-
English
what do you
people.
Why are
eat
you
eels.
singling out English
What?
people for that?
No, you can get. Have you never had like a rødål?
Danes do that too.
Okay, well I can't
So
believe
good,
Danes
man.
eat eels anyway.
Oh, it's so good.
How did you move to Denmark without actually having the introductory eel?
Without what?
Oh, you didn't eat, Frank? I think we're having eel next
Nope.
week then.
I think you guys.
At the airport, you can pick between a passport stamp or just
Eel.
slurp them down a whole one.
I have a good question here from Worldmon over on YouTube.
Great. I'll ask another one from TJ. Mark, you go.
Given we're
We're
not on the
sealing a
Space
field-
Week 17,
We're sealing a
expect to hear
four
different
event via mission type and road core.
or not,
In fact,
not
you
at
said
all.
that the
given
RG Season 5 would be the prequel to Road Core. What do you think, Mike? Sorry, Mark, I'm done screwing around forever.
DRG is not the prequel to Roker exactly because they
Okay.
are happening at the same
I'll
time.
try again, Mike. Given we're not on the Space Week 17, can we expect to hear different mission control or not at all, given the gray out?
So we have been really trying to figure out what we want to do with mission control because the thing is that, well, first off, mission control will be in Rogue Core to a degree. The mission control on SpaceX 17 is still there on SpaceX 17, but is obviously not mission control for the Reclaimers.
So you're confirming that mission control actually sits on Space Rig 17. Is that what you're saying, Mike?
No, I'm confirming that mission control is the mission control for SpaceX 17.
Okay. Okay.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay,
where-
Mike.
huge.
Watch your phrasing, man.
But what do you call it? But yeah, the Reclaimers are kind of their own unit. So, like, I mean, there will be some communication there, but Mission Control's relationship to the Reclaimers is very different from his relationship to the Miners. That said, the role of Mission Control is really important for Rogue Corps as well, as a way to actually keep the team focused together, communicate information. We don't want to give that up. But exactly how we're going to do that, we're not sure. It may end up being the mission control for Mission 17 that is giving them out some readouts. We may do it another way. We haven't yet decided. But he'll definitely be there in some capacity.
Did you find it, Jacob?
I think I hear it somewhere. If Mike would
hear it
stop
too, but
talking.
I can't stop talking. It's a
What are you, Aaron?
It's just an American thing, dude.
There you go. Just love the sound of my voice.
Oh, shit.
Hazel over on YouTube says, question. Will you get anything? Actually, Hazel sounds like a little mouse, so I'm gonna read it like a little mouse.
Do it.
Question. Will you get anything besides a pickaxe for Rogue Corps? Having only your pickaxe and otherwise relying on RNG for your loadout seems like it might make the game really toxic. What do you say to that, Mike?
Oh, little
Why did you read it
mouse.
as a mouse again?
That was adorable.
Why did you read it as a mouse?
I just
Hey,
imagine
Hazel.
like a cute,
Hazel's good
like a
mouse
cute
name.
little mouse named Hazel.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
Like
in,
as opposed to,
it's
like-
in here somewhere.
Anyway, maybe we can stop making fun of Hazel for their voice and actually.
That's not Hazel's voice. That's your voice.
Not true.
Oh,
That
found
was
it.
a tiny little mouse. You don't need to go on stream.
I got it,
blind,
Mark.
Mike.
I got it.
Your responsibility to the
Where was
fans.
Yeah. So we've actually done various experiments already with this, where we've tried various kind of like starting loadouts, and have in the end decided to go for this
Sorry.
very bare bones.
Sorry to interrupt, Mike. Hazel just
no, it's
got
okay.
to say, I'm 6'5".
That's a very big mouse. Holy shit.
Even
Get wrecked, Tom. Jesus.
Charles Barkley from inside the NBA. Man, that's not a mouse anymore. That's a rat.
That mouse can
I
dunk.
think we have a rodent problem.
I'm sorry, Hazel.
That's super cool.
Do we have some cheese for
look,
an apology, or?
Sorry, Mike. Now that
No,
you
it's
know
all
that
good,
Hazel's
it's all good.
6'5", are you gonna change your question now that you know the Hazel's 6'5"?
I am not changing my answer, no, because the answer is
Wow.
just what it is.
That's called integrity.
Oh, fuck.
Speaking of 6'5", somebody called Big Fella over on YouTube.
I didn't finish answering the question.
Alright, fine,
ahead,
dude.
go ahead, Mike.
What
No.
else do you want?
No, but just so the thing is that so we decided that it's way more fun, and it plays to what the game is and to its strength by having as little as possible preset before the run. And in terms of toxicity, I don't think having a preset element would actually lower toxicity. If anything, it might increase it, because kind of you can come in with like a certain setup that you then will, potentially try to use as justification either for yourself or for others of why things should go a certain way. But overall, the game is way more fun when everything is up on the table, because you also get a far more varied experience yourself, and that's part of kind of like I think what Rogue Corps excites me about Rogue Corps very much is this thing that like every time I play, what I'm doing and how I'm playing changes to varying degrees, of course, but it's super cool.
What excites you the most about Rogue Corps, Mike?
I think the amount of freedom that we have in bringing in new mechanics and like weapons and tools and equipment and classes and all that stuff. DRG, bless it. I mean, I love that game and I'm incredibly proud of it. But we have kind of like built up this monster that it is very hard to do, like bring certain types of new content in.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can change, right? The skeleton is there, the framework, everything.
Yeah, and again, right? It's like, I mean, doing a class, man, that's insane.
Oh, wait, Mark.
new weapons, that's so much work, right? So while we are, you know, once in a while bringing, like for example, if we were to do a new set of weapons, like, I mean, the third set was like an insane amount of work. I mean, the fourth set would be even more so. So whereas with ROCOR we have a lot more freedom there, which for me is as a designer is really exciting.
You just want to be free, Mike.
I just want to be free.
Just want someone to give you a sock so you can escape.
I'm sorry, what? What does socks sound
Harry
like?
Potter with
What was the what's like the Harry Potter Yoda called?
the Dobby.
No. Okay, yeah. Okay, just wow.
Don't
Yeah,
send
okay,
us socks,
get it.
please, guys.
Don't send-
We want to keep Mike. We want to keep him entrapped.
Yes.
Oh,
We had to break his collarbone the last time he got out.
Fuck's sake.
Mark, we've got a somewhat tech question from Russell Dussel. And Russell Dussel says, question, will ROCOR have matchmaking or server lists only? Also, how will late joins work?
So right now, and again, not the in general, almost everything about ROCOR is not set in stone. So keep that in mind with all stuff. But late joining, unlikely. I don't see us being able to do late joining in a nice way. It comes with way too many problems. Like that's a crazy can of worms that we would open. And I think it's okay. I think it's totally fine that people can just pop in and out. Rejoining if you crash out or whatever, that we're gonna have, and that's also not a problem.
So you're saying the game's gonna crash a lot?
I'm saying the game. Oh, whew, man! When closed alpha comes around, I don't know. Actually, like overall, we had a rough time after migrating to Unreal 5. But now the game is stable again. I mean, I don't think ROCOR is going to be any more unstable than DRG. And because it is built up on a base of DRG, like, I mean, a lot comes with that, including, I mean, certain bugs, obviously, but also a certain level of stability and maturity.
Yeah, I'm actually curious,
and technical debt.
Mike, which what advantages does migrating to Unreal 5 bring the game?
So, I mean, like, we wanted to do it for like various reasons. So one is that I mean, I think it's very unlikely that we would ever migrate DRG to Unreal 5 unless there was somehow like a really good reason for us to do that. That said, if we were to do that, it'd be really nice to have an idea of what that would entail. And ROCOR let us test that out a bit. Then, of course, for ROCOR itself, I mean, first off, it's just to, I mean, Unreal 4 is closed, right? That engine is no longer being developed. So, seeing as ROCOR is a new game, it made sense for us to for it to be on a living engine instead of a effectively dead one. Then, of course, Unreal 5 does bring certain like new things, including the lighting system, which unfortunately we can't really actually utilize that much of, as it, despite like, you know, being very cool in certain situations. In our caves, Lumen is not actually like it. Like it makes some things look quite cool and fancy, but it actually makes the caves play worse. Like visibility and overall how they look.
There's
They
a
don't
core
pop.
stone down here. We should go get.
Yeah. They don't pop in the same way, and of course part of it is because all of our materials, right, all of our custom materials and things like that, they are made with whatever the hell the old lighting system was called. I have no idea. Then of course, I mean, already in 4 and in DRG we were switching over to the new Niagara particle system, and again, of course, it's not really being developed. Like it's not being developed more in Unreal 4, but it's not like it was like perfect. So of course in Unreal 5, that particle system is going to continue to be fixed up, improved, its performance improved and stuff like that. So yeah, it just made complete sense. The question was whether or not the cost of doing the migration was worth it, and it kind of I think one of the reasons we ended up doing the migration, because it was very likely that we wouldn't have, was when we decided to go kind of all hands onto season 5, and then that freed up a handful of programmers to
Aaron, what the fuck are you doing?
to work on migrating ROCK while everybody else worked on season 5. Ooh, that was long.
head.
Yeah, nice.
Man, I just love the sound of my own voice.
I know the feeling, Mike. Mike, we've got another question for you in chat. How could Lee Harvey Oswald fire 3 shots in 6 seconds and land 2 of them on a president in a moving vehicle from 260 feet away?
Didn't we cover that in the Satisfactory stream?
Well, we try to replicate it, but I'm interested in what Mike has to say.
I mean, I've seen like Axis Chronos do crazy shit with the M1000, so I don't know.
That's fair enough. And Axis Chronos has never said where they were actually on the day that JFK was shot. So it makes you think. Landon over on YouTube says, "Will there be split screen on Rouge Quar?"
You mean like
That's a
couch co-op?
yeah.
Yeah.
No. So I mean, I think I'm not a programmer. I just make programmers angry when I touch code. Yeah, which is a hobby of mine.
I can't code, but I sure can break it.
Yeah. But I think performance-wise, that'd be an issue, and especially since like the main. I mean, well, first off, right now Roker is Steam only, and I do not know if we again nothing has been planned or set. Our focus is on just developing. But consoles, would be an obvious place for something like this to work. And I have no idea performance-wise how that would run. I actually don't know. Maybe it doesn't make a difference. I don't know. But otherwise, I mean, we don't need even more to worry about.
I think it's also super hard to do if you haven't done it from the beginning. Like the game needs to be set up for it.
Probably. I mean, and again, Roker is running on DRG, so I mean, again, we haven't even considered. I mean, I think that discussion was taken up for DRG a long time ago, and we've never looked back.
Mark, my friend Hazel, the huge mouse, asks, question, will we see Steve again in Rogue Core? I couldn't mine without him.
No, I mean, as of right now, there are no glyphids down in the deep dig sites within the grayout zone. I mean, so I don't know. Maybe
could we have a
corpse of Steve?
Core spawn Richard or something?
Richard? No.
Core spawn Richard.
I think kind of what the core spawn on and the relationship that I want the reclaimers to have with the core spawn means that I wouldn't want you to be able to take control or somehow make a pet out of any of these.
Well, they're not coming back with us,
monsters.
Mike. Anyway.
No, but it's I mean, it's kind of down. For example, you know, we have the fear mechanic, and it's a very nice mechanic for being able to displace enemies and stuff like that. But I would really like for us to kind of present it in a different way. I don't like the idea of the core spawn kind of running in panic.
So you're saying they're too spooky?
Yeah, a little bit. So we're kind of playing around more with the idea of them, backing off. So kind of vampires away from I don't know, crucifix or something like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Kind of more, right? But they're they don't know fear. Again, right? I like the idea of them not really being animals, right? They don't have the same motivations.
June Laramrak in Twitch says, "Hi GSG. Me and my friend noticed when playing Deep Rock Galactic Elite Deep Dive week by week, the duck and cover mutator seems to be very common lately. Is that intentional? Also, excited for Rogue Core and to be the Falconeer." Mike, what do you know about the?
Yeah, no, it's I mean, it's the same as the other one, so I think that's just
RNG working at Strix again.
RNG doing its thing, because again we don't do like we don't modify the random like a lot of games sometimes do that, right, where the random is not really random, but because of the way our map works in the whole co-op, right, the all players share the map, we can't tailor the map to you individually. So just because you got a bunch of like like in general, like it's running on the seed. So nope, just RNG.
Plain old RNG. Got a lore question from Enasper, who I sort of assume is like a Wario version of Jasper. And they say, question, who's leaving all these weapons and upgrades lying around down in, I assume they mean in the caves in Rogue Core?
Yeah.
It would mean that someone was there before you, and they brought a lot of extra stuff.
Correct. So Rogue Core is taking place not in just like you're not going down into these virgin caves as you do in DRG. You are instead reclaiming a dig site that was set up and operated by Deep Rock Galactic. So this is equipment that was there for the dwarves that were working there before. Hoxus, as we know, is a dangerous place, so they of course needed weapons and stuff like that. The upgrades are actually handled by Ellis, who is an Expedite processing drone, and this is again, Expedite is this wonder mineral, and one of the cool things about it is that the processing drone is able to use it to create upgrades for the reclaimers. They can.
Mike, where does the name Ellis come from?
Robert hated the previous name, so
cool.
I think Robert and Mikkel kind of
compromise.
I don't know if it's I don't think it's a compromise. I think
is Ellis still like a reference to anything, or we just picked that?
I don't think Ellis is reference to anything as far as I'm aware.
Really?
It's not really an acronym either, although maybe we can kind of like squeeze something. Expedite processing, light lift engine. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's because the mule was like a utility lift engine something. I don't know. And Ellis does do some like carrying, right? But the main job of Ellis is to convert Expedite into upgrades and to also interface with a lot of the machinery on the dig site.
So they're like Nick Valentine from Fallout 4.
I haven't played Fallout 4.
Though he can do. I didn't play all the way through it, but he can do like the computers. You know, he's like that. What's the guy? The freaking zombies. It's like my freaking nephew, but like kind of hairless version, like a freaky little zombie.
Whoa, zombie hacker.
Let's see here. Professional Glue Smeller says, question, can I pay for Rouge Core with a gold and diamond dolphin that costs €50? I send Doretta and snacks as a bonus.
No.
No. Sorry, buddy.
That's not gonna pay the bills.
What do you mean, Mike? €50 is a lot of money. You can't turn up your nose at €50.
No, it's a diamond dolphin. First of all, it's not a diamond dolphin if it costs €50, is it?
They might be. What if they're just
it's a very tiny dolphin? Like
maybe they're an excellent negotiator, Mike. You don't know these sort of things. You know what they say about making assumptions, Mike. It makes an ass out of you and me.
That's true.
Anyway, I say send us a dolphin. We're not going to give you any like favorable access, but you know,
we'll take the dolphin.
We'll take the dolphin. Listen, man, I got a mantra in my life. Somebody offers you a free diamond dolphin, brother, you say yes.
How often does that happen, Aaron?
Not often at all, and that's the great shame of things. You know, I think we made a mistake when we got rid of the barter system. More stores should be. I don't know. I wish there was like a country that just kept doing bartering stuff. You go to the grocery store and be like, "I'll trade you some other food for this food." Would be cool. But you can't have that these days. Anyway, back to Rogue Core questions. Big fella. Whoa, big fella. They say, will Rivals be playing any role in the future of either GRG, or have they been finished, like with the Rockbox? As far as I know, that's been finished. Like, the intent was that was a 2-season run, and that there's.
Oh, you think the Rockbox are finished, huh?
The second Rogue Core trail.
Rockbox core?
Rockbox core. No, so, I mean, but I think the question was about DRG, no? Not Rogue Core.
Say it up inside, Mike.
I don't know, dude. I don't remember questions a minute after I say it.
What is question? But anyway, I mean, there are no plans to do more like seasons with the Rivals or Rockbox, but I mean, we might change our minds in the future, especially if we get like a cool idea, right? I mean,
or like a cool dolphin in the mail.
Wait, no. Dolphins won't
Maybe.
get you anything besides our eternal gratitude.
I think dolphins can get you a lot. They're a very smart animal.
But they're stuck in water.
That's okay, Mike. That covers most of the Earth, dude. You're fucking acting pretty smug for a guy that's not in the majority surface covering of the planet, dude.
Yeah, but the majority of the things I want are also not in that majority surface covering thing with you.
That's a good point, Mike. How come you eat an eel every day, then?
So gross. That's so disgusting. No, and as far as Rogue Core, we don't really have plans, and as we stand now, I don't see how it'll be nice to combine those with the core spawn. But again, if we get a cool idea, we'll just go with it. But right now, no plans.
You don't know till you know. Whirlmound in Twitch says, question, will Rogue Core feature twerking? I doubt
Not if I can help it.
Please.
Yeah.
Please, Mike.
No.
It's the only thing that keeps people watching the stream.
Mike, you've said before, and I quote, I won't ever work again if there's more twerking dwarves, because I'll be too distracted. Is that still what you stand by?
Yes.
Yep. Is that why?
Too distracting.
Mike, do you hate fun when you're at home too, or is it just when you're at work?
What do you mean? That's just how. I mean,
It's just life.
that's what.
I think that answers the question.
Jeff to you 972 says, are you having a stroke, Aaron? That's my secret, Captain. I'm always. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm good. I don't smell toast. Oh, shit, guys. I started this event. Help. Fuck, guys, help. Hi, Bjorn.
How are you?
Oh, guys, big news. Over in the GSG office, I've just laid eyes on a terrific site, and that's Bjorn from QA. You may recognize Bjorn from his quarter-second of fame in the GSG office tour. And I can tell you, he's here by my desk looking as radiant as ever. And what's more is he is entirely and perfectly barefoot. So big shout-out to Bjorn, and he's the guy in QA keeping it all running around. Thanks, Bjorn. Thank you for your service.
Hey, Bjorn. I like Amanda better.
Wow.
Someone had to say
Guys, there's so much cool gaming action happening over where I am in this game, but nobody else.
That's because you don't stick with the team.
I'm collecting nitro for the team.
I'm helping Mark.
Who's doing the antennas?
Aaron is.
Well, I'm
All
doing
by his
some of them,
lonesome.
but
Yeah, he started it. He's gonna finish it.
I didn't fucking mean to. Okay, I didn't fucking mean to. Guys, be nice to me.
Okay, but
I'm
you're
collecting
like,
nitro, okay? I don't have time for
I can't get there fast enough.
silliness.
Mark, you're talking pretty fucking slick. For
Stop unblocking my screen, Bjorn.
For a guy
Guys,
with
we might fail this hacking event, and I want to make it clear. I want to get ahead of the story and make it clear that it's not my fault if that happens.
I agree. Your team didn't come to help.
I don't even know where you are.
I think it's a design problem with the game, and I think it should have been fixed a long time ago.
Dude, I'm literally getting my shit so shredded.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix it.
Dude, I literally. Oh my god.
I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Okay.
What's your favorite gun, Jakob?
Definitely not the Subata. Wait, it's the Subata. Subata's so good. Love it. I love it. I love the Subata. But actually, I've been like spending a lot of time maining the fat boy, Mike. So please don't touch that in any way.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Good to know.
Alright, I'm hoping this cape will take me to a corpse area. Well,
So you can give him a proper burial, or?
Oh no, Aaron! You're supposed to be doing the event.
Why aren't you
doing
hacking,
it?
Aaron?
My
Aaron, I'm
teammate-
here.
I ran into a team skill issue.
Hey, I found a battery.
Typical.
Cuatros in YouTube says, question for the devs. Did you guys start the type R in chat before starting thing, or was that something spontaneous from the community? Yeah, that's a good question. I think it was something spontaneous, right?
Oh, come on, Jakob, you can hack better than that.
Really can't.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think
This
we can take
minigame
credit
sucks.
Dude,
for that.
dude.
God damn it! I blame Aaron. Like, I was under stress and stuff.
Oh my god.
Alright, where's just the? Okay, I'm gonna.
I have good news though,
That's not it,
guys.
that's not
I've
it,
brought,
that's not it.
What's up,
brought a
Mark?
lot of nitro to the team. What are you guys doing?
Mark, that rocks.
Get up,
Jakob, you got
Aaron.
45 you have 45 seconds to get out of the area.
Nice counting,
You're
Mike.
listening to 91.7 FM, Hoxus Rock Radio, where all we know is the underground.
We can do this.
We got 30 seconds left. Fuck me, man. Oh, shit.
You can't
I'm
do
here,
this,
guys.
Jakob.
Mike, literally, you're so negative.
I am I am. It's like this thing with hating fun. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mike, you're talking pretty big game for a guy with a vulnerable skeleton. All right.
That is
There's the
true.
last
10
one.
seconds
Oh,
left.
it's over here. It's over here.
We got it. Go.
What's the last one?
Oh, if
What's
you
the last
hack
one?
it in 9 seconds, 8.
You got this!
No.
Come on, Jacob!
Ah.
Oh, dude, this thing really.
I didn't
blows
like
up.
this season anyway. Ow.
I've actually never
Alright.
failed one of these events before, so it's kind of interesting to see what happens.
I mean, you still haven't. This is Mike's fault,
That's true.
I mean, in a way,
in a way.
didn't make the damn thing.
Potter Otter over on Twitch asks, considering Rogue Core is more roguelike, will there be building mechanics / machine operation?
What?
Yes, there still
What?
will be that. Yes, you'll
What
be. You'll
Building
be.
mechanics machine operation?
Oh, like
What do I mean?
pipes
Can-
and shit.
Can you
Yeah,
elaborate?
exactly. Like things like pipes.
Oh, okay.
But
I saw there was we had a mock-up for a crane.
Yeah.
What's going
So
on
again-
with crane, Mike?
Nah, I don't know, just a thing with right. It's honestly just like hanging things from the ceiling.
He does that
Perfect
shit.
thing to do with a crane, to be honest.
Yeah. But so yes, I mean, there's more machinery and stuff in Rogue Core, but your relationship to it is a bit different. So you're not coming down to like set up a refinery or whatever, but instead, as the reclaimers, you may need to fix up some existing equipment, either to use it as a way to move or to get access to some stuff that can help you upgrade or power you up or whatever, right? So, I think we have it quite a few shots in the Rogue Core teaser thingy majiggy of this hard rock breaker machine that is there, where like it was kind of set up to crack open this hard piece of rock that had a chunk of expedite inside, but then gray out happened. But then you can come and then you can fix it up, restart it. Then of course enemies come and stuff like that, but it breaks open and then you get expedite.
Mike,
And,
does the Hard Rock Breaker have anything to do with the Hard Rock Cafe restaurant chain?
No, but I mean,
But you've mentioned earlier that there's going to be a Hard Rock Cafe down at that level of Hoxus. Is that still true?
no.
Okay.
I was, what?
Well, okay. Interesting. Some sort of dual messaging.
I think we have it on stream somewhere. So.
Yeah, no, we
Gotta take it
definitely
out.
got. Well, all right. You just heard it here first, chat. Hard Rock Cafe confirmed in Rogue Core.
What? Damn it, Aaron.
I can see Hazel's asking, are the Reclaimers older dwarves, or are they a different kind of dwarf genetically?
Wait, 6'5", Hazel?
Dude, what if they were like?
6'5" Hazel. the biggest mouse
The biggest Hazel?
The mousiest.
The house. Biggest mouse in the house.
A kid's book called The Biggest Mouse. Sorry. What's
No.
the?
Yeah,
I
are
was
the
goofing
Reclaimers
around, guys.
older dwarves, or are they genetically different dwarves? So the Reclaimers are, like, I don't see them as necessarily being older dwarves. They are dwarves that have chosen a different path in life. So Again, they are still dwarves working for Deep Rock Galactic. We are kind of like, I mean, they are different beasts. We were talking about this a little bit during the stream, where of course being these more kind of like combat focused dwarves, like as opposed to these like like roughneck miners. I think they would be maybe a little more fit, a little less loose, a little more disciplined, kind of in how they are. But besides that, no, not really. I think some of their abilities and stuff might be kind of going through like maybe implants and things like that, so they might be a little more high tech in their bodies. But this is Space Dwarf future, so that's all right.
Someone's asking on YouTube, GSG boys, can you make Titanfall 3 instead? You already know how to make cool landings. I tear up every time I see a resupply landing. It's about that, Mike. Can we make Titanfall 3 instead?
No, but I sure as hell wish that like
someone would.
Someone would make a Titanfall 3, and like more like Titanfall 2 and less like Titanfall 1. Thank you.
Did you play a lot of Titanfall, Mike?
No, but I really enjoyed the single player campaign in Titanfall 2. The multiplayer, I never really got into it. Not my.
I got Carpal Tunnel from the first game.
You got one?
Carpal Tunnel from playing the first game. Like my wrist.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's seneskidhindebetændelse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But maybe that was
And
because...
for anybody wondering, that would be written as a single word.
That sounds...
Yeah, but maybe that was because I moved my PC to my TV and I sat on my couch, leaned in over my coffee table. So it probably didn't help either, but no regrets.
Reminds me of in high school when I played my gaming setup playing Team Fortress 2 was a MacBook on my lap and I played with the trackpad.
Wow.
Nice.
Dude, I got a repetitive stress injury, so that was like a repetitive stress injury speed run.
Okay, bye, later.
Red Side says, what? Are you saying we don't need an absolutely messy, undisciplined dwarf who's just in it for the cash? Nah, because they got me, baby. Just kidding, I'm too tall to be a dwarf. Otherwise, would have been a good pick. Yeah, I am.
You could be real. You could be like Hazel.
Yeah, that's
If you get tall mice, you can also get like tall dwarves.
No, but I mean, the Reclaimers are in it for the cash, right? This is their job.
Yeah.
Again, they like, this is not some kind of idealistic thing, right? They are a corporate, like.
It's a job.
They're mercenaries.
Squad. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just their job is to fight on behalf of Deep Rock Galactic, whereas the combat miner's job is to collect minerals while getting eaten on behalf of Deep Rock Galactic.
Things we won't do for the company.
Exactly. So it's not necessary to say that like the Reclaimers are tougher, right? I mean, obviously the Deep Rock Galactic Dwarves are very tough, but in a different way.
Yeah, like I mean, I think of it the like who would, if you're like a marine versus like a grizzled coal miner or whatever, you probably both are two different types of people who are exceedingly toughened, hardened people, but just in different directions.
Exactly. And one of you probably has a wider, like a more strong body.
Yeah, one of you does CrossFit for sure. Yeah, I guess
one of you can do pull-ups and stuff.
If the DRG dwarves are like power lifters, the Reclaimers are like CrossFit guys.
Exactly.
Wonder if Mike, if I end up being able to write any voice lines for Rogue Core, I'm absolutely gonna watch like a bunch of like marine guys, like awesome workout Instagram pages to understand how people like this talk.
Yes. I mean, my own, and this is not like, but my own, like one of my references, personal references for the Reclaimers is like the Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, right? They're tough, and they're like, again, right? Their silliness is a bit different than it is for the Deep Rock Galactic Dwarves, but it's not like they are super serious guys either. We need to have space for humor in Rogue Core as well.
Mike, when are flare upgrades coming?
Never.
Somebody's asking. Never.
Never.
You heard it here first, folks.
they're not coming. We took them out.
We took them out.
We took them and
we
we shoved them all
we
into the
left
base
them
flare.
in.
We left them in.
Mike, question, and this is more on a age ratings thing. If there's, I think you get like more mature ratings with drug references. Does steroid abuse, is that something that'll count? Because I feel like that, to me, lore accurate, these guys are absolutely into juicing.
So,
At least in my head.
So juicy.
There's no way these guys aren't fucking.
I think maybe if you're like, I don't think performance enhances as long as there's no syringe. I think the whole like stabbing with something.
So if they're just like
sharp.
popping pills, that's fine.
Or like drinking beer, which they kind of already are, right?
Performance enhancing beer. True. Wait a minute.
Taking red sugar, something that's highly addictive. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Here's a question more tuned for you. When are flare downgrades coming?
I mean,
When are you nerfing flares?
I mean, you can just rebind the F key
So that you can't flare.
to nothing. Exactly.
Yeah, juicing adjacent, they're into performance enhancing brewskis. Yeah, I mean, actually, if just like all of the beers or drinks available to them have a shit ton of pre-workout in them. Just drinking like 900 milligrams, drinking one of the Panera lemonade that kills you each time they go into the mines, but it only makes them stronger.
I'm sorry. What?
Red Fox Germany says, Mike, you never heard about the beer, the lemonade that kills you?
No. What?
Okay, so you remember Panera Bread in the U.S.?
No.
Okay, so Panera Bread was like a chain fucking like fast casual restaurant where they did like soups and bread and shit.
All right.
And a few years ago they had these things called, what is it, like boosted lemonades or something? Where remember in like the U.S. like cafes in the U.S. sometimes if they have like a soda fountain, or not a soda fountain, but like lemonade or like fruit punch would be in those like kind of like their own dispensers. Anyway, Panera sold this like type of lemonade that just had a fucking shit ton of caffeine, and they marketed it as like sort of like a hee playful, like, yeah, have some lemonade and put some pep into your step and, you know, boost your day. It's our boosted lemonade. But the reality of it is they had like twice the caffeine content. It was like fucking monsters. And because they weren't marketed as such, and you could just get a fountain lemonade with refills. You could get like a large fucking 24-ounce, which for Europeans is like
big
700 milliliters, 600, 700 milliliters.
Jesus Christ.
You could get like a big ass fucking lemonade and just refill it. And this shit was, again, like twice the caffeine. Like, you couldn't sell, like, fucking insane bodybuilder guy pre-workout with these caffeine levels. And so people were, like, because they didn't... I think they say on them, like, hey, there's caffeine in these, but they don't market it in proportionately to how fucking much there was. And there were, like, literally a few people that died over the course of one summer because they're like, yum, lemonade, and drank, like, 3 cups of it.
I kind of feel like...
That's the equivalent of consuming, like, 1,100 milligrams of caffeine.
I feel part of the problem is probably like the whole fountain thing, and free refills. I think that might be...
Of all the things you could die from, I would hate to die from lemonade.
Fair enough.
Name 10 things that are better.
Would you rather drown, Mark?
In lemonade?
Probably not.
Okay, so you
But
just...
I mean, but it's
No, I agree. It would probably suck to get
just a pretty shitty death reason.
cause of death, lemonade.
Exactly.
Death to you 972 says, question that you have no obligation to answer. I'm going to do it anyway. Roughly how many emails did you get after On the Horizon requesting to join the Rogue Core Alpha? Honestly, not a crazy amount. Like, probably...
Definitely,
10.
yeah. They're definitely an uptake, but not... I think we've gotten them like
It
in a
wasn't-
steady stream.
Yeah, we've been getting
since-
them since
yeah.
last On the Horizon.
Ever since we said there would be a closed alpha at the start of this year, but didn't, then it's just been...
And every single one of them got access to the closed alphas. They should send more emails.
That's
And
right.
they've worked for
That's
Ghost Ship
right,
now.
Mike. Thanks for pointing out. Well, Mike, not only did they get access to the closed alpha, we actually just gave them developer access to Deep Rock Galactic, and we gave them a brand new 2024 Toyota Yaris.
Nice.
And we gave them keys to your house.
That explains everything.
I know, man.
Mark, what are you doing, Mark?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the last bull cap.
I have it.
Yeah.
You have it,
yeah,
Jacob?
yeah.
Why you? I've been searching for
What an
like
asshole.
45 minutes.
That's too bad. That's a you problem.
Have you had it this?
I've had it for like maybe like 2 minutes because I picked it up just when I got up from the hole.
Fair enough.
Watch out for the C4 at the end, Mark.
I'm trying to find the drop pod now. It's also
Don't bother.
more challenging than I.
No.
Let's go for the big hole. That's up here.
Nera boosted lemonade, or was it
Ooh.
charged lemonade?
Charge lemonade. Even better.
Overclocked lemonade.
Ooh.
I'm gonna look up the court case details about this. I remember that was a good read.
And the Lord Doom is asking regarding DRG, will we ever get more rooms, beers, or games on the space rig? Like, I don't see why not. Again, no planning of any sort regarding DRG until after ROCOR hits early access. We need to focus. Besides the holiday events and occasional bug fixes, when we can spare, a programmer has some downtime and stuff like that, we are just focusing on ROCOR. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why not in the future.
You're listening to 91.4 Hox's Rock Radio, where all the music is underground. Oh, we should get a soundboard on this. Woo! Like that would be pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Jacob, can they hear my soundboard?
No.
But I can hear it. Oh boy, is it loud. Thank you.
Like peeing on a shrimp. Like
Stop it, Aaron.
Like peeing on a shrimp. Like peeing
They
on
can
a
hear
shrimp.
yours, right?
What if I stick my microphone into
It's
my...
free real estate.
They can't hear yours because I muted you. Your soundboard.
Fuck.
Aaron. And I did that for a reason, but I'm gonna unmute you, so
Unmute me?
Yeah.
You're listening to 91.4 Hox's Rock Radio, home to the realest hits from the underground.
I'm muted?
yeah, Mike. That's a copyright strike right there.
Why
Not at the remix.
why is that on a
We're
soundboard?
fine.
Please see Alex after the stream, Mark.
That's allowed. Cool. Well, maybe we should play more computer games.
What? Computer, what? Question. Oh, this is Hazel again. The largest mouse in the house. Will there be cute stuff like cave angels, loot bugs, and Haxie or Dottie? I love your creature designs enough to be planning a cave angel tattoo.
Wow.
Well,
Hey,
cool.
were you the person that emailed me, or are there two people planning one? Sorry, Mike, get back to the question. Sorry about
No. Well, again, like now that we've decided to take glyphids and other hostile creatures out of these dig sites within the grayout zones, I don't think it would make a lot of sense for other creatures to be there as well. We're gonna see. I mean, again, some of these are very. I mean, right now they're in. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. We have to figure out what feels best, right? I mean, yeah. Stay tuned.
Oh, then we got
It's free real estate.
question from Don regarding ROCOR. Will there be rarity rankings of weapon rolls, or just one base with upgrades along the way? So we do have weapon and upgrade rarities.
Like peeing on a shrimp.
So the answer is yes. Yes, they're there.
We've got it. Hey, Mike, you want to see something cool?
Yeah.
Try to look
Hey,
at you.
chat. Yeah, no, well, yeah, pretty cool. All right,
Okay.
chat, show Mike the cool trick you can do where I ask, what country are you tuning in from? And then everyone says where they're tuning in from. Chat, whether you're on Twitch, whether on YouTube, what country in the world are you watching a stream from? Also, is anyone watching from Armenia, Mike's homeland? We got Yoda. Yoda's in France. We got Denmark's in there. We got England, Finland, France still. Ooh, Hoxus, US, Denmark, Poland, United States, Poland still, Poland. Russia's in there. Romania's in there. Mike, what if someone's from Armenia? What if they know you? What if
But
your
I'm not from
relatives are
Armenia.
here?
My father's from Armenia.
Okay, what if somebody knows your dad in chat?
That's
Dude, we've got
possible, I guess.
Netherlands,
I don't know.
Chile.
Unlikely.
Chat,
Is my dad
if
in chat?
anyone's from
Dad, is
Armenia,
that
tune
you?
You're going back, Dad?
I haven't seen my father since 1993.
Since you left for cigarettes.
Be a historic moment. Mike, isn't this cool? Look how many people. We got Denmark, we got
Look
the
how many
moon, we
people know
got
my dad.
Yugoslavia, the Philippines, we got Finland, we got Brazil, we got Iceland, Germany, Portugal, we got Poland, Russia, Yugoslavia again. Maybe they know each other. Not that big of a country. Peru's in there. Vatican City. Dude, no way.
Is that the Pope?
Dude, did we get
Real?
that first fucking Vatican City?
Death to you. 972.
Dude, if you're
Hey there.
fucking with me, I'm gonna be upset. But God, fuck. If you're really tuning in from Vatican City,
How can we confirm?
Email me at aaron@ghostship.dk and email me proof. Also, nobody else email me, otherwise I'll report you to the FBI. But if you are genuine, that would be so
I'm sorry,
funny if someone's
we're in
watching the
Denmark.
stream.
The FBI can't do shit.
I think actually, if you look
That's
at
what
the
you
like
think.
game statistics, we do have like one player from Vatican
Yeah,
City.
we did talk about that on
For
a
real?
previous stream.
Yeah. We were talking about whether it's the Pope and whether the Pope is allowed to.
It is the
Are,
Pope.
are,
Death
are
to
you
you,
the Pope?
972. Are you the Pope?
Please confirm. Oh, fuck! I so hope it's the Pope. What class would he play?
That is cool. Somebody from Vatican City. And it's not just like, oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, we were talking about Wi-Fi and stuff. Never mind.
Talking about what?
Wi-Fi? Vatican City Wi-Fi?
Oh yeah. Vatican. If the Vatican has good Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi?
Because I just feel like they don't really need. Nobody have plans on stealing his hat, dude. If you're actually not from the Vatican City, I'm gonna be pissed. I won't be that pissed, but I just do. I really want somebody to be tuning in there. Can anyone go there? Do you need if you're in Rome, do you need a passport check to go to Vatican City?
No.
It's not that dumb of a question. It's a different country. I haven't gone to Rome.
It's a tourist thing for you to do.
Will Rogue Core and Survivor be released on consoles? That's still undecided.
Yeah, Rokor. No idea. I mean, I guess Survivor, like they're probably gonna wait to be out of early access before they consider that stuff. I assume. I don't know. I'm not involved in their development process.
Maybe
at
you
all.
maybe you shouldn't talk about it, Mike.
Maybe I should shut up then, I guess.
Mike, what about solo play for Rouge Core?
Solo play, yes, 100%. It will be soloable. I would say.
Will it be soluble?
It will be
Soluble.
soluble.
It'll be water soluble.
The
yes.
game will be water soluble.
Yes. I think solo play for Roko, if anything, will be even more important than for DRG. I think, and for DRG, it's actually pretty important. Quite a large number of players play DRG. Solo.
Why are you pinging that, Mike? Mark?
Why am I what? Ping.
The Morkite? Yeah. Because I need a platform.
From whom?
From non-existent.
Got
Mike.
a platform right here.
Nice. No, and then there was a question about what are current plans for scaling Roko for solo play, and I mean, we're right now running it, doing the scaling exactly as we do in DRG, and it works fine. We may need to have certain upgrades and things like that that maybe don't pop up in solo play. And possibly have ones that are only for solo play. The Reclaimers have another APD that at the moment is just Bosco, but with a different name. I think the name is Cooper right now. But yes, again, because its job is a little bit different, whereas Bosco is kind of replacing another fellow miner, right? Cooper is replacing a fellow Reclaimer, so maybe a little more combat focused, but again, he needs to be able to help you with certain things, and because we do still have some pickaxe mining type of stuff going on in Rokor as well. They are dwarves, and so that's a perfect example of something that a solo.
Is Cooper going to be flying, or are we going to make it one of those terrifying Boston Dynamic dog robots?
That would be really cool, but that would limit it maybe a little too much, unless we make it super fast.
Yeah.
It's even more terrifying.
Give him a grappling hook.
Yeah, but actually, I mean, the thing is regarding speed, and one of the reasons that, for example, Ellis is flying is because we needed Ellis to be way more snappy than Molly could be for Rokor. We needed that drone to be able to move faster, get from one place to another faster, so you're not waiting as much. Again, because there is time pressure in Rokor, we don't want you wasting that time waiting on a drone. So, I mean, we can't make a ground-based drone be able to get to places as fast as a flying drone while looking reasonable and not absolutely ridiculous. So.
Well, Mike, people thought a dog couldn't play basketball, but then along came Air Bud, so anything could
Yes,
happen.
and it wasn't ridiculous at all.
Dude, I literally went to school with Air Bud.
I do not doubt that for a moment.
He's a real boy.
Oh, that guy's
Beta
fun.
asks,
Yeah,
will we
sad
see
face.
our rival company in DRG appear in ROCK, or are they simply not interested / don't know about what's happening deep within Hoxie's?
I mean, again, we haven't made any plans for it, but as I said, I don't think we're gonna bring in the rivals, at least not in the beginning. Then only if it makes sense. Like, I mean, if we need to create other threats besides the core spawn, we can do that as well without necessarily using the rivals.
I think it would be cool to see like a reclaimer equivalent of the rivals, like more combat-focused robots.
Yeah. But I think it's again like in what setting? Because right now what you're doing is you're going through a barrier that doesn't allow high-tech stuff in, except for Ellis. Don't ask why.
Unless it was there or to begin with.
So there's
Unless
that.
they have plot
There's
armor.
that.
Oh,
I
Aaron,
mean,
you're static again.
Good old plot armor.
I'm static again?
I'm gonna do the trick I did last time.
Yeah, do this.
Don't
Was the
talk.
trick me leaving or you leaving?
That
not
was
static on-
not of
on my
that
end.
trick. No, but it's not. It's only in the game.
Oh.
I'm gonna switch this, and I'm gonna switch. Oh wait, I'm gonna switch.
How many sports did Air Bud end up playing?
I'm sorry. What? There was more.
How about now?
Oh, dude, fuck. I'm actually in significant trouble.
Is Aaron sounding better?
Is Chet better? Oh, dude, I've been.
I don't know. But for now, I'll ask Chad. Hey, Chad.
The only thing I'm doing is switching the sources. Like I'm turning the Discord chat into the DRG sound chat and the other way around. That works.
What?
I think it's because the plugin we're using for the Discord thing is a beta.
I'm running for some health. I got myself into a dumb situation. so I was
You're
looking
on
at the
your
chat
own,
too
Aaron,
much.
actually.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at the chat and I
You
realized that there's
you
a.
shouldn't.
I should never address the fans.
Yeah, they're not helping.
Somebody over in YouTube earlier asked when the next Ghost Ship Dispatch newsletter is coming out, and that is coming out this Friday. Friday, it always comes out on the last day of the month, unless, I don't know, something terrible happens to me. It is going to be coming out Friday, or I should say the last working day of the month. So it'll be coming out this Friday, November 29th. And if you are not already subscribed to the Ghost Ship newsletter, I can recommend the Ghost Ship Dispatch. It's written by me. I put it out once a month and just put out some cool exclusives, just an update on what we've been working on, and then usually some fun facts, some Easter eggs, some cool little tidbits that only get put out in the newspaper. And there's a contact feed sign-up form, but I'm currently trying not to die from a swarm, so I can't put the link up. But maybe somebody
It's
else.
free real estate.
It is free real estate.
Steel Cloud asks, what's the criteria to join the closed alpha? So again, I think signing up to stuff or watching streams or whatever, you pretty much need to hear from us, right? So
Existing.
Well, yeah, but not just existing.
Oh, well, that's step one.
That is step one. Step one, exist. So that means play it safe until the closed alpha is out. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Always wear a seatbelt.
Always wear a seatbelt.
Don't drink and drive. Remember to spay and neuter your pets. Look both ways before
What do the
crossing the
pets have
street.
to do? I mean, I don't see how your pet procreating
Well,
is
Mike,
going
we
to,
don't
like,
want a bunch of, I don't know, like a bunch
It's not
of
gonna stop you
random-
from like the ROCK or alpha.
Yeah, but you don't want a bunch of wild dogs running around, so it doesn't hurt to say. Also, you have to floss once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah,
Isn't it every day?
I'm just putting like a realistic goal.
Fair enough.
I don't floss. Mike, do you floss every night?
No, but I aspire to.
Well, you once told me that you would rather move apartments than go to the dentist.
no.
Do you still stand by that?
Yeah, I
That's one of the
remember
most
that.
insane things
Yeah,
you've said.
that was
I-
fucking
actually-
crazy.
I do not stand by that anymore. I
Okay.
have
You
finally.
have finally moved.
No, but I finally managed to like.
Loss.
Yes,
Go to
but
the
also like
dentist.
get over my dentist like phobia thing, Majiggy.
Did you actually?
Yeah, and it
What
helped.
helped?
with drugs. They gave me like a pill.
Oh,
That, like,
I didn't
it
know that was
like,
treatable.
chilled me the no, it just made the experience way better and easier, and that kind of actually reduced my anxiety overall, and now I go no problem with that without the pill.
I'm gonna take a pill every time I see a spider
Was it-
now. See if it works.
Was it something that you might call a mule in Deep Rock Galactic that helped you?
No. No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all recreational. Like I didn't actually feel very different. It was kind of weird.
Mike just at the dentist with huge pupils playing EDM off a
Oh,
Beats
God.
Pill speaker. This is awesome. You guys are so nice.
Was it like a beta blocker?
Maybe I don't know how those feel like, so
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Like the things you can take if you're like nervous for the exam, stuff like that.
I think that makes sense because I didn't feel
Yeah.
different, but I didn't feel
what's-
as anxious.
Is there a nervous for tests drug?
I'm not sure how they work, but I think they're called beta blockers. I think they just go and
Back in my day, you just had nervous pre-exam diarrhea like the rest of us.
back
Nice.
in your day.
Wait. You consume diarrhea?
No. You just, when you was it a thing when you were a kid and before like a test, you'd just get like nervous and you'd have to poop before the test?
Yeah.
I had a friend
Yeah.
that would just run up and down the hallways and then throw up, and then she was ready.
Nice.
Actually?
That's crazy. Stress
That's a
can
cool
give you diarrhea.
approach. Dude, pre-test poops, that's a total thing. If you guys saying you don't know what I'm talking about, you're lying. Where's the rest of this cave? We still got work to do.
Okay, we got another question from is the Switch? Yeah, Twitch. From
It is actually back this way, guys.
Incineroar07. Question: Are there any plans to implement any of DRG's unused enemies, such as the Grenade Bomber or Acid Spitter Queen? So those two specifically, the Acid Spitter Queen kind of sort of became the menace, and the Grenade Bomber was implemented and then pulled. So we decided we didn't want it. So it's not going back.
I can't find my way around this cave.
I
Use the
found it
map
here.
mark.
Loose dirt over here.
Ah, there you go.
Question:
How did
Will
the
we get
Grenade
more
Bomber work,
lore? How the Grenade Bomber work? I mean, so it was like the Goo Bomber, but it was dropping explosive
I remember
thingamajiggies.
that one.
That's the one that got in
Um,
the trailer, right?
Yeah, it got in trailer and everything, but then it was like,
Hey, where was it intended to be? In season 5 or any game or what?
No. It was intended to be in Magma Core
Ah.
in the biome, but then in the end it was like, doesn't play as nice. Like, I mean, so
It doesn't play so nice.
it just what it did was more simple. Like, I mean, like, yeah, it just kind of, yeah. So sometimes you got to take those hard decisions and just nerf Jakob's favorite weapon, or take out the
Zabata? Oh no!
the explosive bomber.
Like, NZ17 in Twitch says, imagine being a bug. So,
Uh-huh.
you,
Yeah,
you-
do that,
there.
Mike.
I'm there.
are you
I'm
doing
there.
it?
Go
What
on.
do you think?
No,
What do you think?
What do I think? I can't think I'm a bug. I'm like being buggy.
Good answer. That's how I know you're really getting into it.
Yeah.
No, that was all. I'm just
Okay.
I'm not blowing up your
Okay. No. That was fine.
That's the end of that one.
Weird.
Mike, somebody
yeah,
asked
yeah,
a follow-up. You no longer have to be a bug anymore. But
Sweet.
somebody has that. Wow, what am I supposed to do with all these pieces of fruit I've gathered?
And I'm so scared of my wife. She's gonna eat me.
Fuck. What was the real question I was meaning to answer, regular guy style? Somebody was asking about, because we on the stream mentioned that we're working on several boss fights for Rogue Corps. Somebody asks, are any of these bosses flying?
Yeah. I mean, actually, one is. I mean, it's like teleporting, but it is.
Okay.
It goes into the air, like it's not on the ground, kind of thing. So it is up, and it can. So yeah. Yes.
Cool.
There you go.
Hazel asks, since we are closer to the core in Rogue Core, will this alter gravity? Like, will we be jumping less high? Ziv, we're not that smart here at Ghost Ship Games. You're going to be jumping the regular amount.
Yes.
No. It's we're doing plot gravity here.
Would gravity go up as you came closer? I mean.
No, when you get closer to the core of the Earth, you're closer to the. Right?
That sounds like some flat Earth thing right there.
I mean, if anything, right, it should be less. Because I mean, it's like, I mean, like, you calculate gravity at a point, like, I mean, as far like when you're outside or on the surface of the Earth, right? But once you're inside, I mean,
Gravity would be
technically-
lower as you got deeper, people are saying.
yes, or at least it would be, like, you'll also be technically getting pulled by like all the.
I mean,
mass
that's
above
a
you as well, right?
that's a good weight loss tip, right? Just go closer to the core of the planet.
Or
Feeling
further away,
overweight?
right?
Dig a hole.
I think people weigh less at the equator than on the poles, right? By a tiny, tiny, tiny amount.
Counts?
It counts.
Dude, did we accidentally make this an educational stream?
Oh no. Say something.
You're
stupid.
welcome.
This was the intention all along.
Dude, my little
Spectating
zipline
Squirrel
zigzaggy
says,
here is
question,
what
I
I'm-
tricked you. This isn't a question. Instead, I want to tell you that the merch announcement show was incredible.
Yeah,
Oh.
don't answer that, Mark.
It wasn't a question.
Don't answer, Mark. It's a trap. But thank you, spectating squirrel. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We had a ton of fun putting it on. That was that was a fun one. Ooh, chat. If you watched On the Horizon last week, Papa won in the chat. I'm curious to see how many people were with us for that historic event.
Ooh, I was.
Mike, you were with it. Oh my God, Pog.
Yeah.
Mike,
On
watch
it.
it. Pog. I watched it, and I
So,
love
resupply
what I
down there,
saw.
Mark.
What?
There's a resupply
Yeah, Mark.
downhill.
Oh, now we have two.
No, we have two.
Oh no, I'm falling down the hole. Ow! Oh, I died. No.
Okay, Mark. I'm bringing the resupply for you.
Oh yeah, and Lord Doom is asking, will we get more lore on Carl in ROCOR?
Hi, Mark. I'm coming. Oh,
I don't know.
Thanks.
Like again, right now, that
Yeah,
kind
you
of
fam.
stuff is not what we're focusing on. But don't expect too much.
Mike, what are you talking about? You're always looking at that 4,000 word document that you have titled clearly outlined details.
Aaron.
Oh, sorry, my mic cut out there.
which Mike?
Sorry, Mike told me to cut it out there. PT1212 says, question. Since the number of classes in Rogue Core is now variable, can we expect voice pitch customization?
I don't
kind of
know.
a fun-
We
fun
are
idea.
having discussions about voices and like I mean
Interesting.
we don't know
we're
yet.
using-
We don't know yet.
We're using our voices to have discussions about voices.
voices.
Isn't that sort of incredible to think about?
That
Guys?
blows my mind.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
man. That's crazy shit, man.
Push the button. Aww.
Nice. Ouch. The spitball infector hurts, and now it's dead.
Mike, Simon Numbers, which is
Yeah,
actually a pretty good
yeah.
name by itself, says,
Yeah.
question, how many new weapons will there be in Rouge Core?
I don't know, but right now, I don't know. Tim, how many weapons do we have in the ROCOR right now that are new?
4, 5?
Asking Tim.
That are new?
Man who knows.
Got the
Maybe-
assist from Tim.
Yeah, so Tim's saying like 5, 6, 7. I don't know. He doesn't know either.
How many devs does it take to know how many guns we have in it? What if we had a... You had one that kind of looked like a bolter. What was that one?
That was Hammer Thrower, the one that
Hammer
looks like a
Thrower? Yeah, that's a cool name for it. How's that one work?
What? Hammer Caster.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's cool. Yeah, and also we have like new weapons, but we also have like some rather significantly tweaked existing weapons as well. That we may later turn into its own stuff. Yeah, I don't know. But
Mark.
the point is that we are totally
Mark.
open to new weapons, and we will be having new weapons, and it's
One second.
one of the joys of ROCOR is us being able to make new weapons without having to create like a ton of upgrades, overclocks, and frameworks for them. Right?
Sage over on YouTube says, question, I felt that the voice lines that were made in Season 5 were in different quality compared to other seasons. Why is that? I mean, are you asking why you felt they were different? Or did you think they were better or worse? Or but I need more. I need more.
Like quality of writing or like tech or what's?
Because the audio, yeah, can you use it in a sentence? I need a little more on this one. Got a repeat question, but still worth answering. Will you be able to rock and stone in Rogue Court? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Until we figure out something better to do with the V key, you will be able to rock and stone. Do we have enough nitro for a real? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Freaking Paul.
I also think I don't think I picked mine up.
It's like still like 4 at the original one.
Yeah.
The other one.
Classic Mark leading up to justifying a double dip.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, got sniped. I've really been having a hard time this mission.
That's okay, Mark. Sometimes,
Gotta get
you know, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're not. Just like gambling, man. Yoda BCH says, do you plan to playtest Rogue Core on stream before release? I don't know.
We better, Mike.
Why not?
I guess we get. Fuck it, sure. Yeah, why not? Good idea. We'll take that. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna call the I'm gonna call the Uber.
Yeah.
And go home.
What about
get
the
out of
last
here.
Boodoos?
I think we'll find them.
I'll find them on the way.
I'm gonna leave this in
will.
Providence's
I don't think we
hands,
will.
and if Divine Will wants me to find the last 3 mushrooms, I will. And if it wasn't in the cards, then you know what? We won't come across them. Alright, I'm pressing the button. Yep, we're going home. Blessed Days says, are you refraining yourself from using mods? Not restraining myself from using it. I think I personally am just like not somebody who plays with mods either on Deep Rock or like kind of any game. I don't know. We played with mods on the stream before, so no particular reason. We just aren't today. A guy on YouTube asks a question which we've gotten before, may as well repeat. They say, are DRG and Rogue Core cosmetics shared, or they just reuse existing ones? They won't be shared. We haven't thought about Rogue Core cosmetics yet. We're just not at that point in the game. But in any case, they won't be like shared. There won't be like cross progression in that way.
And they will most likely not be reusing it. It's just placeholder in the trailer.
No, it's completely placeholder. Yeah. Again, we haven't thought about this at all, and like, yeah, it's just we don't even know how we're gonna do cosmetics in Rogue Core.
Yeah. So when the game comes out and you see something you recognize, please bookmark this stream and tell us that we were wrong.
Yes.
Mike Fulton says, question, are the weapon upgrades going to stay on more stat increase side, or are we going to get some more silly, goofy upgrades? I'm not quite sure what they mean, but I'm going to reinterpret that question, and I guess, like, kind of, like, more unique standout stuff, sort of like legendary weapons from Fallout, maybe? Or, I mean, not Fallout, from Borderlands type of thing?
But I think
That's me
right
putting
now,
my spin on this question, but...
no. But a big kind of division for us is that, I mean, the weapon upgrades are making the weapon stronger. We do also have space for more overclockish kind of stuff going on. But again, there, I think with Rogue Core, there's a big question of whether or not it makes sense for a weapon to be overclocked or whether that's just a different gun. So, for example, does it make sense that there's like a Fat Boy PGL, or do we instead make a like nuke launcher? And just play with that, right? Because the overclock system in DRG is made the way it's made because of DRG is the way it is, right? So you have your gun, and then you are upgrading and modifying and tweaking and building your gun. Whereas we don't have that constraint in Rogue Core. And then like the weird crazy stuff, that is mostly happening on the upgrades you're getting from Expedite. So... and those are applying to more like you as a dwarf or to like weapons more generally. So like things happening on kills or things happening within a certain range or every time you pray.
Are you getting the Volos, Mark?
No.
Mark, get the
Did you
Volos.
find any?
I have
No,
one.
you get the Volos.
Jacob, I have one.
I'm like 20 minutes from there anyway, so
That's fine.
plenty of time.
I've decided that I don't need the extra 2 mushrooms.
Yeah,
I'm full.
I'm okay with that one too.
What a weak mindset.
Sandsfield 420 in Twitch says, question, do you think a main hub area game that would allow access to all the games in the DRG universe would ever be feasible? Like the main DRG station that would allow players to meet up and group up? I don't think that would ever be feasible because I can't imagine how we would do that without...
Technically, that's a nightmare, definitely.
Yeah, it sounds like a huge tech nightmare because how, like, you switch from one game to another, or it has to be a game in itself, and then it just becomes like, I don't know, like just a zone where you hang out. I don't see any technically feasible way to do that without like requiring everyone to buy all the games, and then even then it would have to be its own game. So I don't think we're going to do that.
No. Our Discord looking for group channel.
Yeah, I guess just Discord is the thing that you want. Mike, Knight Elfbane says, is Rouge Corps going to be more like point extraction and that you have to hurry and get to the next stage ASAP before you get overwhelmed? My least favorite part of point extraction is having to get to pass up on special events just because there isn't enough time.
So having to choose what you do, and like that is a very big part of Rogue Corps. You cannot do it all. And it's about you choosing what makes sense. What are you best suited to handle right now, to tackle, and that's actually part of the game. So yes, yeah, there is time pressure, there is ammo pressure, and there is like health pressure. There's multiple systems kind of poking at you.
Hey, what are you doing? Are you?
I found a bullet cap, but just one.
Oh, that's fine, man. We don't need the other one. We're leaving in 15 seconds, so I don't.
I'm not
Putting pressure on you, but Venusian Aikido, that's a pretty distinct name, and YouTube says, is Rogue Corps 3 or 4 person co-op? It's going to be 4 person, just like the ROCK GALACTIC.
Nice. Well done, guys.
Yeah. GG's, guys. Another perfect mission. Vitor Baza says, I started playing now with my friends in the PS5. Is amazing. Rock and Stone from Brazil. Shout out to you, Victor. Glad you're having fun with your pals. And, well, Rock and Stone right back at you. Player Mihai says, why 4 players? Well, that's just kind of how most... I guess that's a good question. Isn't that? I think we talked about that once. It isn't. Yeah, I mean it is industry standard, but why is 4 standard? Wasn't that initially because of like in split screen couch co-op days? That was just like the natural thing to split a screen in quadrants, and then it just became kind of industry standard to do that.
I would think it is like the whole like playing Mario Kart at Halo, you know.
Yeah.
All those. It's
I think
kind of
that's
like
also
that happened.
a reasonable number for. I mean, like. If we don't look at that history and those guns, right? Like it's a nice number in terms of how many people you can.
It's a reasonable number. Introducing 4. Tired of big numbers? 5 too much for you? 3 too little? Try out 4. A reasonable number. Available
ready for
at any
some
number store near you.
Twerk roulette on the dance floor?
I think it's about time that we do a little round of twerk roulette. Mark, you feeling lucky?
Yeah, I'm feeling lucky. I'm gonna win this one easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
You bring some extra
And
cake,
another-
Mark.
Another stream where everyone's focusing on my ass. Perfect.
Nice.
All right.
I'm gonna
That
go
roll.
look somewhere else.
Yeah.
Tired of this
What's up, Mark?
shit.
Are you kidding?
No.
What's up, Mark?
I'm out of here.
Jacob, that's disgusting.
Vision control here.
Oh,
Yes!
that was.
Fuck yes, Mark.
No, I can't lose that fast.
Join the train, Mark.
Oh man, Mark,
Do you
got
guys know
bodied.
when it doesn't like enter third person? Have you guys ever had that? Where you're
Yeah.
too fast in
You do
between
all the
when
time.
your
No.
dwarf actually dances?
No. It's not a thing. Mark, you can just go out of the just go get the leaf blowers, man.
No, wait. See, okay, which dance am I dancing now? Is it the twerk one?
It doesn't matter, Mark. You're lost.
Dude, the fucking what is this? The Day of the Dread? What's the costume name for this DLC?
Dawn of the Dread.
These
Yeah.
things are- yeah, Dawn of the Dread. Dude, these things are fucking shaking. Look at the way my ass is
Oh
throwing.
yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
cow!
Mark
great
could never do
motion
that.
effects on that one.
Damn it.
I'm just
Okay,
help
fine.
you clear the.
Okay, fine. You win some and you lose some.
Yeah, you sure do, Mark. Let me buy these leaf livers for you.
Yeah.
Hi, Mark.
thanks.
Bye, Mark.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Jacob.
Hi, Mark.
Get back here. Mark, you haven't drank these beers yet. Oh,
I'm
you're trying
I'm
to
stuck in the drop pod.
you're trying to avoid your problem.
Drinking away his sorrows.
Okay, fine. Let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Bottoms up.
Cheers, Mark. Jacob, maybe in the meantime you can find somebody to raid on Twitch.
I probably could, yeah.
That's amazing. Josh says, question, Aaron, how does it feel to now have a gay following since we saw you in the Office tour? What do you mean it didn't start Thursday? Anyway, got a ton of other questions, both Rogue Core and otherwise, but we're just about out of time for this one. So I think that we're going to have to call it for this time. However, if you have burning questions, if you would like to come and ask them to us another time, we would love to have you. We welcome your questions, your goofs, your gags, your jokes, your lovely dwarven attitudes. So feel free to tune in any stream. We are streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. CEST. You can find our stream calendar on Twitch and YouTube, and you'll find us streaming on both those platforms. So hit us with a little like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. And other than that, what else do we have to plug? Newsletter is coming out this week on Friday. If you want some inside little sneak peeks and little tidbits, some fun goodies from Ghost Ship Games, subscribe to the newsletter. You can do that on the Contact Us page on ghostshipgames.tk. With that, guys, am I forgetting anything?
You're forgetting, what are we doing on Thursday?
Well, on Thursday, we are playing Void Crew. Our friends Hootly Hoot, another Danish game developer studio, have put out their Void Crew game to 1.0. Real stream heads may remember us playing this earlier, but we'll be popping on to play that. But, of course, as always, welcome all your questions on Rogue Core, DRG, anything else you got on your minds. So, we will see you Thursday, same place, same time. And until then, rock and stone. Take care out there. Drink lots of water. Floss once a week. And thanks to Uncle Mike for dropping by and enlightening us on Rouge Core.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat. Rock and stone.
See you, chat.
Stone.
Rock and stone, gang.